Hello, hello, and welcome to another installment of these lessons from the world's leading experts in confinement. And I always love saying that because I don't know if they've ever uh, noticed that part about them, that that's actually a topic that they're experts in. Maybe not one they chose to be experts in, but one that they're experts in nonetheless. And so today I wanted to talk in response to yet again some conversations I've had with people. It is the conversations and the responses that I get from you guys that inspire some of these contents. And today's note is just the same because I've been hearing both in conversation I've had and secondhand just how we can get so overwhelmed by what this confinement is preventing us from doing. I can't go to the gym and I can't figure out how to work productively in my job. And oh my gosh, I can't do this homeschooling thing and figure out how to handle the 3 kids on 2 devices and the mountains of hours of Zoom and everything else they have to do. And beyond kind of ourselves and our families, there's I can't imagine what the healthcare professionals are going through right now. And what are we doing about like the situation in Yemen and Syria and the refugee camps that must be absurd at this time. And we can feel quickly overwhelmed by all the many, many, many things that we can't do, that are beyond our control. And prison residents know a lot about loss of control. Because as soon as they set foot on that prison yard, they are told when they have to wake up, they're told when they have to eat, they're told when they have to shower, they're told what they have to wear, they're told how they have to wear it, they're told when they have to wear what, they're told when they have to go to education or programs, they're told when they have visits, they're told where to go and how to get there, basically almost every moment of their day. And so they lose control over some of the most basic parts of our lives. And yet, little by little, they're able to find the pieces that they can control, even in this environment of major confinements, and when they're constantly being told what to do. And that's when they start thriving again, when they start recognizing at the smaller, not so small ways that they can actually have control over their own lives. And so that's what I invite you on as well, because the fact of the matter, in our current situation, there is so much that we do not control. And then there's the parts that we can. So as you feel yourself starting to get overwhelmed by all the things that you cannot do, all the things that don't work the same way now than they did just 3 weeks ago, then start thinking about all the things you can do. So there are no gyms, but there are so many other options that are popping up. And we can have so many reasons why those options don't work either. Like, for example, the other day I opened up my front door and I ran the stairs that are outside of the home and stairs that are inside the home, up and down and up and down and up and down. Now, I really don't like boring workouts, and that was boring. But what I don't like even more is the stress that I feel when I'm not engaging in some activity. And suddenly when I got done with the workout, even though it's something that under normal circumstances I would never find myself doing, I felt great. And I was really glad I did it. And so when you feel that overwhelm of what you feel you can't do, just do one thing that you can do. Let that open the door to other things. Now, yeah, with this healthcare situation, the fact of the matter is we're not going to become overnight physicians and nurses to help the situation. But I believe there are likely a lot of ways we can help. One way that a friend has started engaging with, she's a quilter, and so she started looking into sewing masks. And that's what she's doing. I started this video series a week ago, would have never imagined I would be making videos. And here I am, because I thought this is my way of contributing to our situation. You have plenty. When it comes to homeschooling, your ideal way you want to do it might not work. But I guarantee if you start looking within the constraints that you have, you'll find a solution that is, just as good, maybe even better. Now, there is one caveat I want to bring here. It's one pitfall, I should say, maybe, is to start doing for the sake of doing. Okay, that's a big challenge for those of us that struggle with control. We lose control, and so we want to regain control, and so we start doing to regain control. And the problem with that is that there's a risk that we do things in a way that actually doesn't serve the people we intend to support. So for example, this friend that is now making masks said that there's a gazillion patterns, I had to find the word, patterns for mask making out there. But she couldn't figure out which are the ones that actually are maybe even approved by the healthcare community, have been seen by nurses, physicians, and assistants, and be able to approve that this is actually what they need. And her concern is that she'll make a bunch of masks, and then they get thrown out because they simply don't answer to the needs that they need. And so as you step out of your overwhelm of all the things you can't do, and you engage with at least one thing that you can do, if that thing is showing up in service to someone else, I invite you to first go ask, what do they need? And what's the best way to show up in service to them? So that the actions you do take do serve the purpose that you want it to serve. And this trick works anytime that you start feeling that overwhelm, start feeling stuck, start feeling trapped, start feeling imprisoned. As soon as you have that feeling, shift away from the things that you can't do and start looking at what could be just one thing that you can do. Because usually that one thing is an opening to more. And so enjoy exploring that. And I look forward to hearing what you discover.